Hello all, this is Angela Romero, and I'm taking the position of the negative group in this week's debate. First, to describe sources of power, which is often seen in organizations. You have coercive power, which involves a dependent relationship between the driving agent and the recipient of the force. Then you have legitimate power, which derives from authority and social and cultural norms. An example of that is often seen in older relationships and or cultural relationships. Um, Referent power derives from the driving agent's personal charisma and its effect on the recipient of influence. This power lies on the recipient's need to please the agent in the perceived seat of power. The negative impact on an organization when members exercise political games that lie within Mittsburgh's political game playing framework. There were several examples that were given, but I chose just two that I was more familiar with to discuss. I chose the alliance building and the whistleblowing. Um, with alliance building, leaders build power through peer networks. I see this example of this in my current position within upper management, building what seems like trusting relationships between lower level workers for inside information to use against other members, and then this is then turned into a fear tactic. This causes distrust and skepticism of everyone within the office and unrest in the work environment. Um, the second example that I chose to speak about is in reference to whistleblowing. Um, Whistleblowing means reporting damaging information about the organization or an individual. Whistleblowing is negative, especially in my line of work. Is I work under a contract for Medicare, and this project is a startup. And obviously with startups, you're going to have your ups and downs and your growing pains. So when you have people that are coming from backgrounds that are more structured in reference to set policies that you may already have, and then they walk into an environment where those things are not readily available, it causes a lot of unrest on the floor. Um, so my example to that specifically is when the client that we work for came to visit and sit down with a few of the members to talk about what was going on within the project. We had a more seasoned individual who was known to be very outspoken in a very unprofessional manner, decided to speak and unleash all of the early issues we were having, and put down members as well as upper management in reference to what they weren't doing correctly and that they basically shouldn't be management because they didn't have the assets that she felt made a good manager. So though she may have been looking at that as something to be helpful in some kind of way, all that did was make all of us look negative and also make her look negative. So in that sense, whistleblowing is a very negative um, form of organization or in the political game scale. Um, and that is all I have in reference to this week's post. I look forward to seeing all of your posts and commenting on them.